Just follow Silk around and clear out the mobs. Turn them in for some Varmeal tickets later, and when you clear out the boss, you'll get an automatic module box, which can contain just about any module except skill-based ones. As expected, this is pretty simple for max level players, or even a decently geared level 130. Most of the endgame gear is still usable at level 100. The main difference would be in stat points and max HP. Next is the Twilight Garden, where you'll need to fight Sweetie, who drops another module box, and gives you access to, coincidentally enough, the Twilight Garden. This is exclusively the place where you can get the core of the Broken Doll items, which naturally you need for another daily quest. Once you've gotten one, you can head right out. And then we go to the Water Garden, where you might actually hurt yourself. The key for most of this dungeon is to avoid moths. In the first area, they drop meteors every once in a while, and on the second room, a powerful Heaven's Drive will come up from tiles in a plus formation around red moths, and an X formation around blue moths. Find a safe square, and just poke mobs with a ranged attack to bring them over. Finally, for this level tier is the Hidden Garden. This instance is just a bunch of islands where you're tasked with the very difficult job of killing enemies that are super weak. Honestly, this one's just kind of boring. The mobs here are so non-threatening, and they don't really have enough bulk to pose a threat. At the end, you'll fight a reskinned Elvira and get yourself another module box. Now for the hard mode variants, Hidden Garden is very much the same, except for the boss at the end can actually pack a bit of a punch. He doesn't seem to do anything deadly when you kite him, but if you try to melee him, he seems to counter with a very painful skill. Other than that, it's essentially the same as the normal mode, but just with more health. Much is the same for the Water Garden, and it remains the more interesting of the two, both for its content and in its reward. Clearing this on hard mode will grant you an epic automatic module box, which contains one of the skill boosting modules to be used on the new automatic armors. If you're going to run any instance of the group, this is probably the one you ought to do. That being said, even with all of those instances, you're still going to have some daily quests unfinished, and that mainly involves just going to each of the new dungeon maps and clearing out some mobs. With your instances and your mob quests done, you'll get your daily fix of Varmeal tickets and modules for the automatic armors once you get them. If you didn't get the module you're looking for, don't worry, as you'll still have 15 more days before you get any piece of the automatic armor. But let's talk about that now. To upgrade your illusion armor to an automatic armor, you need a +9 illusion armor, wing or leg, whichever you're looking to upgrade, and 900 Varmeal tickets. For the case of the accessories, you won't be expected to refine them, but you'll need 1500 Varmeal tickets instead. As if it wasn't hard enough to play magic classes already. Once you've upgraded the armor, it will lose its current enchantments and refinements, but the new modules can now be applied simply by clicking on them, just like any other Lapine box enchantment, but without the whole RNG nonsense. If you've got all your armor upgraded and you're looking for more modules, you can also spend 90 Varmeal tickets on a random one, or spend 300 soapstones, which are gained from the Hidden Garden on hard, and you can pick out a specific skill-based module to choose from. I honestly wouldn't recommend spending Varmeal tickets, and if you actually do end up getting 300 soaps before you get what you're looking for, you can go ahead and exchange it for whatever you want, or you could always just make a wave break one and sell it to another player, which, unless you're looking for a wave break module, it's probably going to be cheaper than a wave break module. But that's not the concept. Let's talk about that gear. Automatic armors are only slightly better when compared to their illusion counterparts, with only getting an extra 25 with the A variant, while the B variant gets 25 extra M attack as well as 5% more variable cast time reduction, while the combo effects are unchanged for either of them. Automatic wings see a notable boost in the HP variant as well as a 2% attack speed over the illusion wing. When combined with automatic boots, they also see a 5% improvement on both of these effects, while the B variant keeps 2 back but only gets a range damage boost by 2%. Automatic boots are much simpler and get a 2% bonus across the board on all of their percentile effects, regardless of the variant. And accessories are straight up the same, but with an added HP or SP bonus depending on the variant. But as I said before, the real meat is the module bonuses, so let's have a look at those. I'll mainly be brushing over the common modules since most players aren't going to be using them, but do take a look at this. The defense module from 17.1 gives a maximum of a measly 45 defense, while the automatic module gives up to 300. Quite an impressive upgrade. As for other relevant modules that get an upgrade, accessory damage modules get bonuses. Attack speed now gives 20 attack, Fatal gives 6 more crit, Expert Archer gives 10 hit, and Spell gives an absolutely overpowered, earth-shattering 2 extra M attack. Damage based on wing modules get bonuses too. Shooter gets 3% more ranged attack, Fast gets 4% more attack speed, and Cast gives 4% variable castaway, while the crit damage only gets a 2% crit damage bonus. In much the same light, damage-based modules in armor also get slight improvements. Attack power gets 25 more attack, as well as 5% melee damage. Magic power gets 25 more M attack with an extra 5% M attack bonus. Finally, Shooter comes away with just 2% more range damage than its illusion counterpart. Armors, however, I think have the smallest impact, since not only do armors have new skill-based modules that they also have brand new unique modules as well. To fill that extra slot, that's not taken by the skill modules. These modules are Magical Force, Attacker Force, Range Force, Critical Force, Recovery Force, Near Counter, and Power Force. I'll need a little bit more time to decide which one is downright the best, but I'd suggest crit melee builds go with the Attacker Force rather than the Critical Force, since the melee damage bonuses are going to be more impactful, as this is a brand new effect to this patch, and we're not getting much of it anywhere else. Near Counter is unique in that it aims to deal with reflex damage, but not nearly enough for it to be worth that very valuable slot, especially when we have a genetic potion that can protect all of it. Other unique modifiers that see direct upgrades are Delay After Skill, which gets 1% more ACP, Fixed Casting gets another 0.1 seconds of fixed reduction, above all is 6% more reduction from all sources, and Drain Life and Soul both have a 1% drain potency improvement when they proc. The magical variants get larger bonuses. Magic Healing recovering 20,750 more HP, while the Magic Soul heals 5,300 more SP than their applicable illusion counterparts. Legendary leg modules also see upgrades, and while they're still mainly proc effects that emulate the special effects on temporal boots, these are stronger than their illusion counterparts, and all of their downsides are removed. Unlimited Vital heals twice as much HP over its duration, Spellbuster gives 10% more M attack, Firing Shot has 5% more range damage, Overpowered gives a new 10% melee damage bonus, Fatal Flash gives 5% more crit damage, and finally Lucky Strike gives 5% more magic damage. I doubt any of these will surpass Temporal Boots even with these changes. But enough stalling. Let's crack open those epic module boxes and see which skills are getting blessed this patch. Each class gets 3 modules, each of which boosting 2 skills with a few exceptions. Each module gives a maximum of a 25% bonus to the skills they cover. Some will get a little bit more of a bonus or a different bonus entirely. I'll be sure to point that out when I see it. You can equip 2 of these at once, which is noteworthy, especially when we're talking about cooldowns. Starting, of course, with Rune Knight, which gets Draconic Breath, boosting both Dragon Breaths by up to 25%. Wave Break, which boosts Ignition Break and Sonic Wave, while also granting a cooldown reduction to Ignition Break. This, along with the other cooldown reduction items, allows Ignition Break to be spammed at attack speed. This is obviously the largest buff this patch, and as a result, Wave Bridge modules are considerably more expensive than any other on the market. RK also gets 100 Spiral, which boosts 100 Spear and Spiral Pierce. With a cooldown reduction to 100 Spear, unfortunately, you can't hit 0 seconds with 100 Spear just yet. And even if you could, this would be the definition of overshadowed by the Ignition Break module. Beauregard gets Divine Press, boosting Earth Drive and Shield Press. Cannon, which boosts Cannon Spear and Vanishing Point, and Genesis Pressure, which boosts Genesis Ray and Pressure. Mechanic gets Boost Cannon, boosting Arm Cannon and Cold Flare, which boosts Ice Launcher and Flame Launcher, and Tornado Swing, which boosts Axe Tornado and Power Swing. Genetic gets Cannon Tornado, boosting Cart Cannon and Cart Tornado. Crazy Mandragora, boosting Crazy Weeds and Mandragora Howl. This also provides a cooldown, funnily enough, not to a damage spell, like what RK got, but to Mandragora Howling. But this has a really high cooldown of 15 seconds, and we're nowhere close to 0. They also get Acid Explosion, which boosts Spore Explosion and Acid Demonstration. GX getting some love with the Sonic Impact, boosting Sonic Blow and Crash Impact. They also get Cutter Slasher, that boosts Rolling Cutter and Crossbow Slasher. Finally, Berserk Slash, which improves Soul Destroyer and Counter Slash. Shadow Chasers get Fatal Raid, which boosts Fatal Menace and Raid damage. Shadow Spell, which boosts all property magical damage by the same amount. And Angle Shot, which boosts Triangle Shot, as well as granting a smaller bonus to range damage with 15%. Warlock gets Crimson Strain, which boosts Crimson Rock and Earth Strain. Jack Lightning boosts Jack Frost and Chain Lightning. And Comet Vortex, which boosts Comet and Vortex. Sorcerer gets Double Bolt, which boosts all 3 of the Bolt skills. Warm Wave, which boosts Psychic Wave and cuts the cooldown to warmer by a maximum of 7 seconds per module. With all the currently available reductions, you can get down to a 6-second cooldown on a level 1 warm, as well as Diamond Grave, which boosts Diamond Dust. Archbishop gets Magnus Mist, boosting Magnus Exorcimus and Adoramus. Holy Judex, boosting Holy Light and Judex. And Dugalika, which boosts Opal Light and reduces the cooldown of Ballista by up to 10 seconds per module. Shuras get Tiger Empire, boosting Tiger Cannon and Fallen Empire. Rampage Arrow, boosting Rampage Blaster and Knuckle Arrow. And Raging Combo, boosting Raging Thrust and Chain Crush Combo. Rangers get Cluster, which boosts Cluster Bomb damage. Nothing else. Breeze Shooting, which boosts Sharpshooting, along with a small bonus to crit damage, capped at 15%. And finally, Aimed Storm, boosting Arrow Storm and Aimed Bolt. Performers get Metal Echo, boosting Metallic Sound and Greater Echo, Reverberation, which does what you'd think it does, and Vulcan Severe, boosting Arrow Vulcan and Severe Rainstorm. And starting off the expanded classes, Star Emperor getting Prominence Burst, boosting Prominence Kick and Solar Burst, Moon Kick, boosting New Moon Kick and Full Moon Kick, and finally Flash Falling, which boosts Flash Kick and Falling Star. Soul Reapers modules only boost 1 skill of each, and they get one for Eshwu, one for Espa, and Curse Explosion. Rebellion, on the other hand, gets 3 skills per module. Starting with Death's Hammer Dance, which boosts Desperado, Fire Dance, and a Hammer of God. Fire Howling Tail boosts Fire Rain, Howling Mine, and Dragon Tail. Finally, Stormbuster Trip boosts Shattering Storm, Vanishing Buster, and Round Trip. The ninjas, we got Flame Ice Wind, which boosts all of their basic magic attacks. Cross Slash boosts Cross Slash, and Exploding Fake Wind, which boosts their AoE magical spells. Finally, Doram get Power of the Sea, reducing cooldown to Tuna Party and Tasty Shrimp by up to 3 seconds per module. Power of the Land increases Silvervine Stem and Catnip Meteor, with the Power of Life boosting Picky Peck and Lunatic Carrot Beat. And that's all of them. Even as quickly as we went through them, it's very easy to see that Rune Knight is getting the special treatment this time around. This patch puts them very close to GX in power level, and is now a suitable alternative, since RK excels where GX is only slightly amazing. AoE. Other than that, while these provide nice bonuses to many skills, none are as nearly impactful as Ignition Break reaching spammability, which is easily the highlight of this patch. But that's about it for 17.2 in general. If you guys want to see me go into more detail in any portion of the patch, let me know down in the comments below. Like the video if you liked it, sub to see more like it, and don't forget to check out the description for links to my Twitch, where I stream every weekend, and my Discord server, which you should totally join in and chat with us. Special thanks to this month's Patreon supporters, keeping the channel sponsorship free while getting cool perks like seeing videos a day early. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.